Hello. Let's quickly go over today's assignment, All About Me infographic. It's for Monday. Um, this is information about an infographic. You will read about what is an infographic, and if you sort of break the word up into two parts, you have info, which would probably remind you of information. Graphic, anything that's graphic would be like an image or a picture to represent something. So your directions today are to read the slide, and I'm going to increase my zoom to probably zoom in some. So I'm going to read the slide. What is an infographic? Read all the information given in the two infographic examples. And one is called The Importance of Early Literacy Training. And then the other one is The State of Our Students. So let's go look at these. Here is what is an infographic? And then there are examples, and this has to do with the Early Literacy Foundation. So read the information. When I say read it, you may need to zoom in a little bit more. View, zoom, and then reading aloud is, if you are reading the infographic, you can be like, reading aloud is widely recognized as the single most important activity to literacy acquisition. A child's brain grows to 80% of its full size by age 3. In the first few years of life, a child's brain builds 700 connections per second. Reading to a child in an interactive style raises the child's IQ by 6 points. And then we can go on, and I'll let you read the rest of it on your own. By age 3, so on and so on. And then there's also another infographic, and this one has to do with, it's by neat.org, neatoday.org, and it has to do with the state of our students. So we're going to start at the top, and we notice it's a brain, and it says the percentage of minority students attending the U.S. public schools according to the latest available data. So Secretary of Education recently announced that the 2014-2015 school year will mark the first time that minority students will make up the majority of all students attending public schools. So we have 48%. And then it says 3.5 hours, 3.2 hours, and 2.9 hours. That's the average amount of weekly homework assigned by high school, middle school, which is 3.2, and elementary is 2.9. 55.9% so the percentage of children 6 to 17 years old who report having a television, computer, or similar electronic device accessible in their bedroom. And then we have the average amount of sleep that adolescents lose on school nights as a result of their biological clock pushing them to later sleep and wake times. So they lose 2.7 hours. So this is really interesting information. So I'm going to let you read the rest of it. So we have this infographic. So your job is to read it. Let's go back to the instructions. And then complete and submit. So you're going to pay attention to it because you will have a quiz that's found after this assignment in today's Canvas module. The quiz will count as a daily grade in Skyward, so please read this carefully.